Hello everybody, Navy vet out at the range with my Model 1893 Spanish Mauser. This is a very good example. In my experience, most of these have been shot out, especially the carbines. This one has a really good bore in it. It's almost identical to my Brazilian Model 93. And one difference is the bolt on these, and I'll show that to you. Hold on a second. Getting all caught up in stuff here. The bolt on the Spanish Mauser, you can see it has a flat bottom right there, just in the front. And that's so it can load the bullet up in there easier when it extracts it out of the magazine. On all the other Mausers, this is round for this model. And it is 7 by 57. It is an old matching gun except for the bolt, which is not unusual again. It has a refurbishing date, 1928, Oviedo, or maybe not, excuse me, that is probably not a refurbishment date because the receiver is 1928 as well, and the crest is very well defined, which is another unusual thing in my experience with the Spanish guns. So I'm really impressed with this gun, and I'm going to shoot my ammo for this that I loaded up quite a while ago, and it is IMR 4320, which they no longer make, at 35.5 grains. And it's evidently, it says Winchester large rifle primers. Normally I use CCI. And it's a 287 diameter bullet. It's 154 grain Spitzer soft point. And the overall length is 3 inches. And here's the bullets. You can see the soft point. And that sure looks like a CCI primer to me. But regardless, that's where I'm at on that. All right, I'm going to set this down and see if I can get everything in the picture there. There we go. Again, I'm at 50 yards. And I know this is going to shoot high. Do 5 rounds. Very smooth loading. The other thing I like about these is the safety on this. If you go straight up, you can still actuate the bolt, and it will not fire. You go clear over, and it blocks the bolt in place, and it still will not fire. So the safety works very well on this, and I'm going to get comfortable here. We're at the lowest setting. I'm going to shoot at the 6 o'clock position. I'm shooting mild loads because this is a small ring Mauser. And these were actually designed to shoot a very long round nose bullet. Very mild recoil. But that's been my experience with this load. This is an old load. Right now I'm just shooting to see what kind of group I get. Very mild load. Primers are not backed out. That's really, it's a good load for this. It's the same load I shoot in my Brazilian. And let's take a look and see what I got here. Okay. This thing's kind of loose here. There we go. Why is it moving around like that? Oh, because I'm locking the wrong thing, that's why. Alright. Yeah. That's for a Spitzer round. That's a good load. We're shooting 9 inches high, but our windage is good. And these guns, they normally don't. They're not target rifles, even the long rifles. And considering it's was made in 1928, according to the stamp on here, it's almost 100 years old. We're looking at what, 96 years old, and so the group looks pretty good. I'm gonna do some Kentucky windage, or should I say Kentucky elevation. And see how it goes. So I'm going to aim lower, and I don't have an aim point really, so I'm just guessing. Don't have anything to Alright. Trigger pull is really nice on this. There's no take up on the trigger. It's right there. It's ready to go. Well, I'm lying. There it is, a take up on it. It's just really got a good spring on it. Smooth as butter, the bolt is.
1 minute to cease fire. 1 minute.
And we got a minute to cease fire. 7mm round is a really nice round. A lot of the South American countries and Spain use the 7x57. It's really a good flat trajectory round, and this particular style of rifle was used in the Spanish-American War and shot circles around the 30-40 Craig, and I'm assuming there may have been some trapdoors in that battle as well, but I don't know. When they were in Cuba, I believe it was. And that's when the Americans realized that they were outgunned and looked for a different rifle, and I'm thinking that's when they looked at the Mauser and made the model 1903 Springfield. And consequently, Germany sued them for...
Ceasefire on the line, makes the line safe. Probably too early for anybody to go down range at this time.
Copyright infringement. And
going down range, now's the time to do it.
So now we're going to go down range. I'll show you what what we got. Now the second group, I had really no aim point. I just kind of guessed. So I might have a little bit of a wider or more dispersed group than the first round. I was trying to guess at the elevation. So there's my first group. And there's my second. I was aiming down about here for the second group. The first group I aimed right here and it was up to about there. I'm guessing that's about 6 inches, so we're roughly 7 inches there from my point of aim. And that old Mauser shoots really good. Now, the further out you go, the more dispersed your pattern's going to be. 50 yards, that's pretty good. And that's all I got on the Spanish Mauser. Alright.